Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, is scheduled to hit AMC Theatres in the summer of 2017. But pre-production on the film is slated to start in February. In a recent interview, actor Brenton Thwaites confirmed his involvement in the film and revealed a few details of the plot. Thwaites said the following: "It's about a young man who wants to reconnect with his father, Davy Jones. There's a curse that prevents him from doing that. I think it's about how he goes around that and tries to fix it, and he has to save his dad. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun." John, what do you think about Thwaites' comments?
Interesting comments, actually, and here's why they're really interesting. Number one, we heard a little while ago that Orlando Bloom was talking about that. Yeah, we're talking about maybe I'll come back as Davy Jones. And I remember at the time thinking, well, they either have you in the script as Davy Jones or they don't. You know, so it's one or the other, you're coming or not. But if you frame it into the context of these comments, you could have Davy Jones back or you could not. I mean, you could really just focus the story on this kid talking about the Orlando Bloom character. I think his name's Will in the movie. And, you know, maybe he shows up, maybe he doesn't. That becomes very flexible and you can work around that. So that makes sense. But I like the comments for another reason. And there's very little I've liked about the Pirates of the Caribbean after the first one, let alone news about this one. But what I like about this one is that the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie I thought was probably the worst of the series. And what they did was it was very much a standalone film. It was very disconnected from everything else or any through storyline other than Barbossa. That was the only connector. This at least seems to say we're re-emerging Pirates of the Caribbean back into the overall storyline, back into the bigger themes and plots. Look, they've got two very good directors, the Kon-Tiki directors, on board with this film. I think that gives it a little bit of life and a little bit of breath, but then again, they've brought good directors on before and it's never really worked. But I still don't think this is going to be any good. But I think this type of news is a step in the right direction. Anyway, Christian, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't really care. Just because it's like the first movie was the one that I liked, and I liked it a lot, the first one, and then I didn't like really any of them after that. I actually thought the third one was the worst, but the fourth one, not so good. But these comments in general, I feel like I've seen this already in this movie. Someone's looking for their dad, or then there's a curse. I mean, because Johnny Depp at one point was looking for his dad, and then there was another curse around. It doesn't seem fresh. It just seems like maybe because there's new characters, and you know, there's a different guy looking for his dad, and then there was a different curse. It just seems like the rehash same themes that they've been doing over the last 4 movies, and I think this franchise is done. But I'm hoping that I'm wrong, because I think you could have a lot of fun with this franchise if done right. It looks dead.
Dennis?
Yeah, I'm kind of more with Christian on this. When I read those comments, my first thoughts were, I'm not looking forward to it, and I don't think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know. I like the first one like you guys did, but yeah, the second two, I didn't even bother with the fourth one. But for me, this is kind of like a less terrible version of the Transformers franchise, where if you look at the box office right now, the domestic box office is actually going down, but the international is going up, and it's making a ton of money. The last, I think, 2 made over $1 billion, so they're gonna keep making these things.
Yeah, the last one, as bad as it was, I call it the worst of the bunch. Still made over $1 billion. I mean, so they're gonna keep rolling. There's nowhere to go but up, right? I mean, there's nowhere to go but up.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.